My name is Jamie Irvin. I'm the host of the Heavy Duty Parts Report. In this edition of HDPR Spotlight, we are interviewing Mike Cockroft. Mike has worked in the automotive and heavy duty parts industry for over 25 years. He has a track record of producing top sales results, and he's worked for great companies like Dayco, Cardone, Genuine Parts Company, and AP Emissions. Mike, it is certainly nice to have you on HDPR Spotlight.
Thank you, Jamie. It's awesome to be here.
So, Mike, what is it about working in the heavy-duty parts industry specifically that you love?
I love the heavy-duty industry because it's personal to me. I have a grandfather, I have a father-in-law, I have uncles, and I have a brother-in-law that's currently driving in the heavy-duty industry. So it's very personal to me, and it helps me to understand the importance of keeping those trucks rolling. Besides all of that, who doesn't love the smell of diesel in the morning and listen to that engine rumble whenever you crank it up, whether it's a tractor or a truck or the off the road. It's just amazing when you hear that engine crank up, smell that diesel, work is about to start.
You have 25 plus years in business. What are the most important lessons you've learned during your career about really what it takes to increase sales?
Increasing sales is important. Everybody, that's what they're looking for. We need to increase sales. We need to increase sales, especially in this uncertain time. I think the most paramount thing that we need to do to increase sales is to make it easy for the customer to buy the product. There are so many competitors out there. There are so many other vendors out there that if we don't make it easy for that customer, they're going to go somewhere else. I mean, typically when they're calling for a part, they've got a truck down. They need that part right away. They need it today, or at least it's scheduled for in the morning, and so they need that part. If you don't make it easy for that customer, they're going to go somewhere else. Now, that's a big statement, make it easy for the customer to purchase. That's going to include, availability, interchanges, when's the delivery going to be there, is it the right price? So that's a big statement, but it's paramount that you make that product easy for the customer to buy. The other thing that I think is important is to be able to sell deeper into that customer. And we all sell to those customers, and they have a portion of our product line, but they may not have all of our product line. Now, from the distributor, walk his shelves, look at his sales reports, and you can see that he's not buying all the products, so that gives you an opportunity then to add those product lines. If you're at the end user, the guy that's hanging the parts, walk his shop, see what they're working on. What other trucks are they working on? What other things do they work on besides trucks? They may work on ag. They may work on, off-road equipment. There's other things that you can sell that they work on. As well, I tell the outside parts people, look at the trash can. See what's in that trash can. See what parts they have been purchasing, and that gives you another opportunity. One of the things that I love to do is working with the outside parts salespeople is to duplicate myself. So you need to train that outside parts person about your product line, about your promotions, and again, make it easy for them to sell your product. If they're comfortable with your product line, they're going to sell it when they're out there making those sales calls. Now they have, 10,000 SKUs they're trying to sell, and the promotion of the month they're trying to sell. But if your product is top of mind in their head, and they're out there making that sale, and it's easy for them to sell, that's what they're going to sell. And in combination with that, we call it pull-through selling. That end user, if he's recommending your part. Now, there's another aspect to that. Not only is he championing your part and asking for that part, that community that he lives in, that when he's buying parts for his shop or for a truck, his owner-operator, they're a family. They talk to each other. They go to lunch together. They see each other at events. And so if they really like that product line, if they're requesting that product line, they're going to champion that, and they're going to be saying, hey, you need to buy this product line. You need to look at this product line. And I guess finally, prospect. Whenever you are going to your customer, you're going to pass a prospect. When you're going to lunch, you're going to pass a prospect. When you're going home at night, you're going to pass a prospect. Always prospect. Every day, make a prospect.
So as a sales leader, when you take your next opportunity, what are the first three things that you're going to do when you start that new opportunity?
Obviously, the first one is to truly understand the customer base. Understand the history there. Was there somebody in that position before? Is this a new position? But understand the customer. What is their past sales? What is their current sales? Is there any pending issues that's there? So you truly need to understand that customer base. But then create a sales plan so that you understand what you've got to do. I've always heard my entire life, plan your work and work your plan. And if you don't work your plan, you plan to fail. So create that sales plan and then work that sales plan.
So really, you could summarize your top 3 objectives when you take this new opportunity to evaluate the customer, create a plan, and then work that plan. And that's going to get you started in the right direction to be able to increase sales and really make a difference for the customer. Good, good, good. Mike, if there's one thing that you would like people to know about you or that you'd like to leave people with, what's that one thing?
You know, when you ask that question, Jamie, it reminds me of that insurance commercial. It says, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. I've been in the industry as well as you a long time. And so I've been able to have the privilege of calling on all aspects, all distribution levels of the industry, from the national account to the local distributor to the jobber, even to the end user. I've made calls to all of those, and that's even in the OEM channel and the aftermarket channel. So that helps me to be more a rounded, full, complete salesman. With that experience, that allows me then to help that distributor or that OEM to understand their market, to be able to help the manufacturer increase their market share as well as increase their wallet share.
You've been watching HDPR Spotlight. I'm your host, Jamie Irvin, and we've been speaking with Mike Cockroft. Now, to connect with Mike, go to the show notes of this video and you will find a link to his LinkedIn profile, and you'll be able to go right through there and connect with Mike. Mike, thank you for being on HDPR Spotlight.
Thank you, Jamie. I really appreciate it.
You can watch our next video. Make sure to click the like button, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe.